Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a top 10 and this is based on games that I've actually got and are in my collection. So what I'm going to be doing is a top 10 on my favourite and what I think are must-have Nintendo 3DS games. So I'm limiting these to actually 3DS games. I'm not including 2DS games, like so the original DS games. I will be doing a top 6 Nintendo DS games a bit later on as well, which will be based on the games that I think are quite underrated and maybe perhaps you don't personally know about. So let's get this down. So I'm just going to move these here. Right, so for number 10 is this one. So that is Final Fantasy. I think that says, I'm probably not going to pronounce this right. I think that says, it says something rhythm. Threat rhythm? I'm not very good at reading it, to be honest with you. You'll probably let me know exactly in the comments. But basically, it's a music-based, turn-based game where you get to still play as your favourite characters from Final Fantasy. And you can level them up as well. And what you do is it goes through and you can play the songs and the music and you get points from hitting every note, and you can get a grade like up to an S, and you can fail the song as well. So this is what it does. So there are different ones. This one tells you what way to swipe on the actual board itself, and this one you can just go along as well. So you do have some movie based ones, which the movie-based ones are the worst ones for me because I kind of want to watch the movie. I kind of sometimes get caught up watching the movie. But it's a very lovely base game. It's obviously made by Square Enix. Even the little box with all their little faces in is kind of cute. And the games are probably, I've got a little DS case holder. You've probably seen that if you've got me on Instagram anyway. So that's where all the games probably will be. So I'm picking these out as I go because these are all my favourite games. So number 9 I'm going to do is Luigi's Mansion 2. And this is a must-have. Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube is amazing. If I'm honest, I didn't even play Luigi's Mansion until a couple of years ago, and I sat there and completed it and loved it. So yeah, this one is a must-have. It's literally a complete spin-off on the original one. It's just as fun, just as good. It's got not just one mansion, a few mansions. It's so much fun to play. As you can see, you've still got all the different types of ghosts, the dog ghost, boos to catch, and you can actually play an online multiplayer versus one. And I actually love playing that online multiplayer versus one. It's so much fun. So, points I haven't used. Not that I can now. But yeah, so you even get him back in it. It's super awesome and super great. Love it. So for me, number 8 is going to be this one, and that is Harvest Moon: The Lost Valley. And I'm picking this one over all the other Harvest Moon games that are on the 3DS. You've got like Tale of Two Towns, etc. Mainly because in this one, it's quite Minecraft-esque. What I mean by that is you can actually shape and change your whole world in this one, and your whole farm. If you want a big water pit there, you just dig until you get to water and you've got a water pit there. If you want to create a massive hill over there, you just add soil on top of the soil until you create the big hill that you want to. So it's actually really good. It's very I find it's very 2D even though it's 3D, if you know what I mean. Because if you can see there, it's very blocky, but obviously I said it's blocky because you can actually sit there and dig and create your whole entire place how you want, which is really nice. Got a yawn, sorry. But yeah, it's a very lovely game. Obviously you can still get animals in it, you can still grow crops in it. It's just you can create it to your heart's content the way you want. So my number 7 is going to be this one. So this again is one that is come from the GameCube, and that is Chibi Robo, and this is Ziplash. So this one is amazing. It's so good. It's so much fun. Personally, I haven't got this on the GameCube. I would love to have it on the GameCube, but it's very, very expensive. But this one isn't as expensive. And at the moment, in some shops, you can still actually get the limited edition box with him in it. So you get the game and a little Chibi Robo figure. Like I've got him over there. And I think it's about £20 at the moment, because no one knows what this is, so they haven't bought it. I can definitely see it being hard to get game later on. It's really based upon the original Chibi Robo, so it's basically just like a blast from the past, which is really nice, and it's super cute. It's just so much fun. So you can see obviously from there, and I definitely recommend this one. So number 6 for me is going to be this one, and that is Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. I love the Animal Crossing franchise. It's one of my favourite. I do have the other one downloaded actually, but it's actually downloaded onto my DS, so that's why I couldn't count it in this bundle, in this top 10. But it's so much fun, and the reason why this one is in my top 10 is because you can actually you get cards, and there are series. So sorry, I don't know. So I clean my room, so it's like dusty. But you can actually get cards, and it's like I have series 1, 2 and 3, but you actually do have series 4 out now, which came out in June, I think about June the 11th. So, and it's got every character that you could want, and if you scan the cards onto either, if you've got a 2DS or 2DS or a non-new basically not the new 3DS, you get a little port like that, and you can scan the cards to be read onto it. Or if you've got the new 3DS, you can just scan the cards directly onto it, and the amiibos and stuff. So with this one, you can actually do that, and that means you can create anyone's house from your village as long as you have their card, and you can share cards between friends and everything like that. So trying to see if I can. Right, that's what I was talking about with that. So you can either get this little box and scan it onto a normal one, or you scan straight onto there. Like these are kind of like what the cards look like. At the moment, I said there is 4 series out, so there's actually 400 cards to get. I've got quite a few, but I certainly don't have all of them. First one to admit, I don't have all of them. I would love to have all of them, but they're very hard to get. Unfortunately, they are quite expensive. They're about £3-4 a pack, and you get 3 blind cards in it. So, but as I've always said on all these videos, don't forget to take them into CEX. You can trade them in, or any shop, like secondhand shop, will take them in, but just not Game doesn't take them in, and trade them in so other people can get those cards that they need. Right, so number 5. Number 5 for me is going to be this one, and that is Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. And, or depends actually, if you look on CEX website, it's Kingdom Hearts 3D, even though it says Dream Drop Distance there. But this one is an awesome game. You actually get to, because you're almost in a dream, you actually get to jump between characters of Sora and Riku, and you get almost like a time limit. You do something in Riku, where Riku is, after say 15-20 minutes, you get a time, like a counter, and you kind of almost fall asleep again, and then you become Sora, and vice versa. And this one I absolutely love, because what I actually have is, I have these 2 that came with the game exclusively, which are AR cards. So I've got this card and this card. Obviously you can cut them out. I'm not going to cut them out, because I would never cut them out perfectly, and I'd never be happy with that. So I've left them in there. Like, you can still use them like that anyway. That is awesome. You can actually play with those on there. So obviously, look, it comes with a really big thick manual. I really like manuals. I miss that they're taking them away. The other thing that I think is awesome is that if you were part of the Nintendo UK store, you could redeem some points for 3 limited edition Dream Drop Distance cards. So, and there was only 3 cards that was on there. So you actually get that card, which you can put on there. You get like a little bug, which you can put on there. And you get almost like, do you know what? It almost looks like the seal from the new Pokemon, but Sun and Moon. But yeah, you can get that card as well, and they come in a little pack. And obviously, I have opened them to play with them, but I've kept the pack, and you can see there they are a 3-pack, and they're limited edition to the Nintendo Club store. I do actually have the manual for this as well. I have the manual for tons of games because I love manuals and guides. So that has made this one worth a lot more money just for that. But if you can still pick this game up, it still goes for, I'd say, about £35, but it's still very good, and it's such a good game. Right, so my number 4 is going to be this one, and this one is new out. It's literally only been out a couple of weeks. This one is Kirby Planet Robobot. It is so much fun and so good. It really is kind of like the classic Kirby. The only downside I will say about it is pretty repetitive, but if you're a Kirby fan and you want if you want to play with Kirby's new abilities, then that is pretty cool. You can see you get this robot here. Throughout the game you find stickers, and you can see he's kind of got like a weird sticker there. You can actually put stickers on him and completely make the robot your own. You get obviously new abilities with the robot, so where Kirby would normally swallow someone like that wheel character and he'd turn into like he could turn into the wheel, then you basically with that ability on the robot you get that one. Flying, you get the one that looks like Zelda, he gets big arms. It's awesome just to see the way they've transformed it. It's quite an easy game to complete as well. I'm pretty much on the last world and I've played it for about a week, so on and off, so it's pretty easy to play. Oh, I really do apologise. I've made my room so dusty from moving stuff. I've got 3 left and I'm kind of in, because I love all my games so much, but I'm going to go for this one. So number 3 for me is this one, and that is Spirit Camera, and it actually says The Cursed Memoir, I think that says, but it's so good. This is part of the franchise, if you don't already know, that is Project Zero, or depending what country you're in, that is Fatal Frame. So this one is basically following on the franchise, that you get the camera obscura and you can use that to stop the ghost, except this time the camera obscura is your DS. So you hold the DS and you move it round to basically capture the ghost. You still get a fully fledged storyline, and the other thing you get is this. And the only downside I do think about this game is this, and sorry, I like to put things in certain things, is this. And this is the book. So if you buy this game in any store second hand, so CX game, no matter where, make sure it comes with this book. If it doesn't come with this book, you can't play the game, and that is honestly the truth. Basically, this book, what you do is you go through the game and it will tell you to go to page 1. So you'll go to page 1. This is page 1. There's nothing on page 1, but you will hold the camera over it and set it in kind of thing, and it will basically do the story from there. You then go through the book, through the pages, and you have to have this book to go through the game and play the game. It's a very good game, and I do really enjoy it. I'm a very big Project Zero fan. If you watch my channel, you will know that. So I do think, and at the moment, to be quite honest with you, if you're looking to try a Project Zero game, this personally is the cheapest one out there. I think it's actually pretty much like £5 to pick up, because so many people didn't know what it was, don't know the series. And I do think as well, if you can get one with the book, it will be one that will be worth money, because it was one of those obscure titles that people don't know about and eventually will want, especially if they're fans of the Project Zero franchise or Fatal Frame franchise. So that is my number 3. So number 2 is going to be this one, and that is Fantasy Life. And I freaking love this game. I spent hours on this game. I have gone from being a mage or a witch, depending what you want to call them, to a seamstress, to a cook, to basically you get all these traits here. So that is all them there. And out of those, I first started off as the witch because I kind of like that one, and then I thought, oh no, I've got to stay as that, or I've got to, basically I can only stay as that one. You can't. You can go through every one of these here in the same game and level them up in the same game to be level 100, which is awesome. It gives you that much option where you can just basically pick up and do whatever you want. So this is awesome, and it's basically like a free roaming game. It's very good in the sense of you get 3 houses. You can make each house completely different. You can put whatever furniture in there that you want. It's so much fun in that sense. So you can customize the character, you can customize your housing, you get pets, and you can have a different pet in each house, and you can customize the pets as well. You can do whatever job you want to do, and as I said, skip between jobs and level each one up until a certain point. There are tons and tons of quests, be it an actual quest that you have to do to those little side quests. It's so much fun and so good, and there is a good storyline to it as well. So that is my number 2. So number 1 for me is this one, and it'll be no surprise to people that watch my channel. I freaking love this game. It's called Yokai Watch. It is actually on its 3rd or 4th series in Japan, and in Japan at the moment, as far as I'm aware, it's actually bigger at the moment than Pokemon. Don't get me wrong, when Pokemon Sun and Moon comes out, I fully expect that to go higher again, but it's so much fun. Basically, you get, these are yokai, and you can only, well, he gives you a power to be able to see yokai, and then with this watch, once you're friends with a yokai, it will give you this kind of talisman, and the talisman means you're friends and you can call on them and they will fight for you. There are loads to collect, just like Pokemon. They each have their own powers and individual abilities, which is really fun as well. Also though, what you'll find is you can do snap pictures with your yokai, which is awesome. And then on top of that, I said it's got a really good storyline to it. It does take a while to get into, but it's fun to play. You can play this on the 2DS or the normal the 3DS, so it's quite fun. I do really enjoy this so much. I do recommend it, and it's like yokai are supposed to be the creatures that cause all the mischief. So it's like if you lose a sock, if you fall over, if you randomly start dancing, then these are the creatures that are supposed to be causing it. So if you haven't played this game, this one is one to get. So that is my top 10 like 3DS games that you should totally look at getting. As I said, you've got number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So let me know what you think below. Are any of these games in your collection, and what do you think of them? Also, if they're not in your collection, have I tempted you to go out and maybe look to pick any of them up? Let me know in the comments below. I always do respond. Also, if you like this video, please don't forget to hit that like button down below. It really does help so much, and that's not just for me, that's for any YouTuber you watch. It helps so much. Don't forget to also subscribe. I do tons of videos. I've nearly got over 150 videos, so you can look at all them and catch up on any videos that you've missed. Also, that way you don't miss any new videos. But thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.